Alright guys, what we're going to talk about today is the triangle sum theorem. And what it stems from is a triangle forming a straight line. So what you should know is that your straight line forms a 180-degree angle. So that means that your triangle will add up to 180 degrees. And that brings you to the triangle sum theorem. The triangle sum theorem states that the angle measurement of a triangle always adds to 180 degrees. So if you're following along in your notes and you want to write it down, it'd be 180 degrees. So knowing this, if you know one or two other measures, you can figure out what the missing measurements of the triangle is. So that brings us to today's lesson and figuring out the missing measurements of a triangle. So every triangle adds up to 180 degrees. So for this scalene triangle, we have 78 degrees and 37. So I want to add 78 plus 37. And then I'm going to add this missing length right here, t, and make that equal to 180. So, yeah, add 78 and 37. That's 5, carry the 1. 37. So that's 15. Carry the 1. That's 115. So you have 115 plus t equals 180. And then you subtract 115 to both sides, and you get t equals 65 degrees. So you know this missing link is 65. To double check, you just have to add up all three angles and make sure it's 180. Same thing here, so you're going to add up 59 and 47. So 59 plus 47 is 106. So that's 106 plus m equals 180. And then you subtract 106 from it, from 180. So you have 180 minus 106. And that's 74 degrees. So you're missing m is 74 degrees. Again, this stems from all of these angles in a triangle have to equal 180 degrees. So this right triangle, that's 90 degrees, and that's 49. So you have 90 plus 49 is equal to 139. So you have 139 plus x is equal to 180. So you do 180 subtracted by 139, and you get 41. So this missing length, this missing angle is 41 degrees. So it comes up in this next one is you have two x's now in 64. So you still have a triangle, it adds up to 180 degrees. But these two x's, so you have x plus 64 is equal to 180. So you have 2x plus 64 is equal to 180. So you subtract 64 from 180. So that's 116. So you have 2x equals 116. And then you divide by 2 here. So you get x equals 58. So then you know both of these angles right here, 58. Since they are the same, that's why it's in the isosceles triangle, because the two angles are the same. Okay. And then you get in some kind of a little bit more difficult ones. If you want to find the angle measure of this, it's a triangle, so it all adds up to 180 degrees. So you're going to add up x plus 5x plus 2x. Since they all share the same variable, it's going to be 1x plus 5x, which is 6x, plus 2x, which is 8x. So it's 8x equals 180 degrees. You solve that by dividing by 8. Divide by 8. So you have x equals, my handy dandy calculator if you need one. If not, do the long division. 22.5. Now you're not done yet because that's just one x. So you know in fact that this angle is 22.5. But this angle right here is 5 times 22.5. So 5 times 22.5. So that is 102.5. And then this one is 2 times 22.5, which is 45. And then from this, you know that this is from the 102.5, you know that this is an obtuse triangle. Okay. And then the next part that we're going to move on to is quadrilaterals. Now, there are 3 angles in a triangle, and the triangle adds up to 180 degrees. How many triangles in a quadrilateral? Well, if I cut this in half, we'll make a straighter line. Cut it in half, you can see there's 2 triangles. So if this is 180 degrees, and this is 180 degrees, the whole thing adds up to 360 degrees. So the whole thing is 360 degrees. So a quadrilateral is like a square, rectangle, parallelogram, anything that's enclosed 4 sides. So 360 degrees. So we're going to solve quadrilaterals like we did triangles. So we have 3 degrees, so we have 115, 70, and 75. So I'm going to add all those up. So 115 plus 70 plus 75 plus x equals the whole degree, since this is a quadrilateral, equals 360 degrees. So you take 115 add it with 70, add it with 75, and take 360 minus that 260. That's 100, so x equals 100 after adding and subtracting. Hey, bud. So this is 100 degrees. Okay. And then let's try another one. So you can pause this at any time and try it your own. This is a little bit difficult one. You can see it's a quadrilateral again, so it adds up to 360 degrees. This is 90 degrees. So you have 90 plus all the angles, so plus 75 plus 11x plus 1 plus 12x plus 10 equals 360 degrees. So you're going to try and solve this like normal. So 90 plus 75 plus 1 plus 10 because there's like terms. So I have 90 plus 75 plus 1 plus 10. So it's 1. So I have 176. And then my other like terms are 11x and 12x. So I have 23x plus 176 equals 360. So you want to subtract 176, subtract 176. So you have 23x, because these cancel out, equals 36 minus 184. And then divide by 23. Divide by 23. X equals 8. Now you're not done yet. After that, you need to find these missing angles. So you got to plug 8 in for x. So 11 times 8 is 88 plus 1 makes it 89. And then again, you have the same thing, plug in for x. So 12 times 8 is 96, plus 10 is 106. So now there are your 4 missing angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. All right. So again, the big idea from today's lesson is a triangle, all the angles add up to 180, and a quadrilateral, all the angles add up to a 360.